It has been a hot minute since we have talked about Zara. Hi friends, I hope you're having an inspiring day. The background looks a little bit different today because I am actually in our home in Lisbon. I also have no mic here, so if the sound quality is a little bit shoddy, apologies in advance. So we rang in New Year's here in Lisbon. It has been so fun, but I'm also here during sale season and I adore shopping in Europe because I feel like somehow the inventory is just a little bit different. That being said, I did a little bit of a haul at Zara. Did not plan to, just walked in, saw a bunch of really great pieces. Now, my approach to Zara and just brands like Zara has kind of changed over time. Now, I don't necessarily buy just to buy, but I'm really looking at the quality of the pieces and whether or not they're gonna last a long time in my closet. So I've had some Zara pieces for years, for 5-6 years, which is the best sign of a piece of clothing or article of clothing in your closet. But then I also have some that I feel like I just bought to buy or bought because it was a good deal. And so I'm trying to avoid that situation and really focus on finding those gems, and I think I found a couple. So without further ado, let's get into this Zara haul. All right, let's start with bottoms. I only picked up one bottom. I feel like I have a really great core bottoms collection in my closet, and so naturally I don't feel like there's a lot of gaps to fill. I also feel like it's very difficult to find really great bottom pieces at Zara in general. I feel like the quality for tailoring needs to be on point, but I did find this beautiful longer culotte. Like, it is a cropped length, but these camel pants, they are higher waisted, but they've got a really classic enclosure. Something that I like to look for when it comes to just bottoms in general, but just the way that it's made on the inside, how clean the hems are. So you can see this one actually has some piping on the inside of it, which is very representative of like a higher quality or even designer item. You've got the button enclosure that is sewn on very well. So again, all these little things that are going to change the longevity of your piece. It's listed at 29 euros, but it was actually 19 euros. And that equates to about, I think, like just under $30, like $29 Canadian. So you can do the math. I'm gonna list the prices in euros because that's what I bought them at, but 19 euros. Okay, here are the pants. They are a little bit shorter on the culotte side, as I was saying, but I actually don't mind that because it really does show off your shoes. It is a wide leg fit, which I like, but because it doesn't dust the ground, I'm not worried about it getting dirty. I find length to pants is always such a tricky thing. Here is the back there. It fits really nice and true to size. It has a nice clean front panel and just such a clean look. Definitely a classic to have in your closet. Let's move on to dresses. I picked up 2 dresses. Dresses, I find, are those statement items in your closet. They're the ones that make a bang. You wear them on special occasions. They're not necessarily the things you wear every day, let's be honest, especially in colder climates or climates where you have a winter or colder season. But I found this piece here that truly, I had just come from the Prada store and felt like designer. It is so hefty of a material. It's not only fully lined, it's got boning on the inside that's properly held in, and so it's not going to poke out or poke through the fabric. You've got a very clean hem on the inside of the dress as well. You can feel automatically from touching this. Obviously you can't touch it through the video, but I'm letting you know here. It is a hefty, see how thick that is? Material. And it is a classic silhouette. It is just a mini black dress, black tube dress. And honestly, I just feel like this is a huge gem that I found because of the construction. On the back of the dress, you do have a little bit of a stretchy action there, which allows for a little bit of give with regards to your chest size. On the inside, you actually have a built-in corset. Do you see that? A built-in corset, which holds the piece together. You actually have the corset enclosure at the back as well, and then you zip up the dress. It is just so beautifully made. If this was $1,000 at Prada and just had a Prada tag on it, I would 100% believe it to be true. And this dress here was 29 euros, so it was a little bit more expensive than I think their regular dresses, but worth it and then some. The dress is 100. It literally feels like it's a designer dress. I have tried on designer dresses, and this is how it feels. It is perfect length. I always do the little bend test to see if it's going to be too short, but the boning on it, the fit, the fabric, loved the fact that you have that corset lace-up action underneath the actual zipper. It just makes the dress feel so much more luxurious. And she is a classic B. This next dress is definitely a party dress. I have taken up social salsa dancing, and I just felt like this dress was going to be so fun for that. So it is a cutout, stretchy, sparkly dress. It kind of ties up like that. I did inspect this sparkly cord. This is very trendy right now, but it also sometimes is made not in a very great way. This dress was a very great deal. It was $15.99 and just such a cute piece. This dress is sexy. It is very well fitting. The cutouts on the side are actually a lot smaller than I thought they would be, but I'm not angry at that. I just tied up the sparkly bit here up around my neck. You'd actually be surprised at how well this sort of sparkly rope ties. I thought it would be impossible, but it is actually very possible. I have a couple of things with this sparkly rope, but how fun of a party dress / dancing dress is this? And also, not too short, little bend test, very comfortable as well. This is actually a size medium because they did have a size small, but it looked so tiny. I do say you could probably do 2 sizes because of the stretch factor. If it was a small, it would have probably fit like this. So just a little bit tighter, but I don't mind having a little bit of extra fabric to play with and just, so sexy. Moving on to tops. Now I did pick up, this is probably the largest category of items, and that's because I feel like a top can really change a look very quickly. The first one is definitely a statement item. It is this tulle knitted on the inside, one shoulder top. I have a dress that I got 5 years ago from Zara, very similar look, and I still get compliments on it to this day. I wear it to like parties and galas and special events and things like that, and people always stop and ask. So I've been trying to find pieces like that, and this one from Zara I definitely think is one of those, mostly because of the construction. So on the inside you can actually see, one, it does have a zipper enclosure, although it is made with like a stretchy knit, but the tulle is sewn in so well that you actually don't feel any texture on the inside of the top. And this top here was $25.99, but again, one of those I feel like statement pieces that will last in your closet forever. Is trendy right now, but is just a statement maker in general forever. Here is the top on. How cute is this top? I feel like this is definitely a statement piece. I would make sure to pair it with something that is form-fitting on the bottom, just because naturally there's just so much volume up here at the top, but it is not only so comfortable and not itchy, I feel like it actually still gives me shape. It still gives me a little bit more of that open action and doesn't make me look like a loofah, which I feel like can very much happen with a top or just fabric texture like this. But feeling Carrie Bradshaw, even though I don't know if she's ever worn a top like this. Moving along in tops, I picked up something that's a little unusual for me. It is a color, and it is this blue, almost knitted, it is knit, long sleeve but cropped top. And I say sweater because honestly the weave on this knit is so thick and beautiful. I point these things out mostly because this is what I'm looking for when I'm shopping at Zara now. When I purchase things online at Zara, I feel like I almost end up returning so much of it because I'm not able to touch and feel the quality of the clothing. Now when I'm in store, I can actually touch and feel it, and I actually leave the store with a lot less than I think I would if I had saw all those pieces online. This one here, back to the top though, is a cobalt blue, which is kind of out of my wheelhouse, but I did gravitate mostly towards the knit and just how thick of a quality and well-fitting it's going to be because of that quality. It was $12.99, so really inexpensive. Here is the blue top on. The knit feels so good on. Definitely a heavy knit. I think Zara does heavy knits very well. Again, you kind of have to go in store to kind of feel and touch it, but form fits really well, a classic piece. I don't know if I'll wear it with black. I'll probably wear it with those brown pants that I got, the camel ones, but just to show you the fit, shoulders beautifully, and it is actually a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, which I like because with the high-waisted pant like this, it doesn't look like a crop top at all. Just a beautiful, colorful staple. Next up is a really fun top. As you can see, it's got this sewn in sparkly fringe action on the neck. It is made with their, I believe, body contour, limitless contour collection, which is this stretchy, almost activewear style material. You know, I definitely had my nights of dancing in mind with this top because it's kind of made with activewear, this stretchy fabric, but something that I really wanted to keep an eye out for was how this attachment, this necklace sparkly attachment was done, and if it was done in a clean way and if it was done in a high quality way, which it is. So for example, you can't see on the inside any seams of how it's attached, but it is attached with a fabric piece that connects all of the rhinestones. And so the reason why I point that out is because it's all sewn onto a fabric piece and then sewn onto the top, you're not going to have that sort of missing link that's going to come off with time. I think something like this is definitely a little bit more delicate. You have to care for it. You can't just like rip it around, but I thought it was going to be so fun. Definitely a statement piece to wear dancing. And this piece here was €12.99 as well, so definitely a super great deal. Okay, here is that sparkly fringe rhinestone top on. It just makes me want to do this the whole time. And I have to say that it is really well secured, so that's a great thing. This limitless contour collection thing, whatever it is super comfortable. It definitely feels like activewear without actually being activewear, which I love. I love this sort of razor back, kind of a high neck crop, high neck halter situation it's got going on. I love the look of collarbones. I think collarbones are sexier than cleavage, and I love how woo this is. With a black little mini skirt, transforms this into a statement dress with a black pair of wide leg pants, sparkly shoes. Feel like it's just a whole vibe, definitely a statement. And hopefully these rhinestones stay, but so far, so very good. Tulle and mesh is something that I think is a trend, but that I have always loved and feel like is one of those trends that is not a trend for me. And I say that because if you know me and my style over the years, tulle has always been big in my closet. Slip dresses, always been big in my closet. It is trendy now, but back when it wasn't trendy, I still loved it and gravitated towards it. And I think recognizing your style and things you really like and never grow old of is really important when you're shopping more mindfully. But that being said, I did pick up another tulle top. As you can see, a tulle mesh top. It is made with this stretchy mesh fabric, which is very comfortable, not itchy at all, which I know and love. It is a bodysuit, and I normally am not a big fan of bodysuits, but this one here, because it's in this mesh material, I knew it wasn't going to be too irritating. You know how I feel about bodysuits. I just don't like things riding up there, but because it's in this really, really thin mesh material, it's not going to be super uncomfortable. So it is beautifully made, this mesh bodysuit. It's got a half sleeve here, which kind of starts at the bottom. Because it is that stretchy mesh, it is going to stretch with my arm and not restrict me. Another thing I learned from buying off-shoulder tops when that was really hot, and something that I just love in general. But it's got this ruching action that goes to the shoulder, which gives you this beautiful draping action across the body. And this bodysuit here was €12.99 as well. Here is that mesh knitted bodysuit on. Can confirm that the bodysuit is not uncomfortable, which is great. I love this sort of drapey action. It looks like I'm wrapped in this mesh. I just have a little bandeau top underneath, and the ruching action across the body is just so beautiful. I love this little detail of the arm sleeve here, kind of looking like a sleeve. I feel like it adds such a beautiful touch, and it's just brown, so it's got so much versatility to it. You can wear it a little bit more casually like this, or you can dress it up with a skirt. A little close up on the color and the sheerness of it. It is actually double meshed on the front here, so it does give you a little bit more coverage than it does in the back. It's a little bit more sheer, as you can tell, which is a nice little touch, and not enough for you to not wear a bra at all, but just a nice little touch, and just such a cute look. And last in tops is a wrap top. It is in this silky satiny fabric here. This is one of those classic tops, I feel like, for the summertime or in the winter for a party or something like that, that is so timelessly sexy. You wear this with like a long slip skirt. For me, I dance, and this is definitely a great dance top. What's nice about how long this is though is you can actually wrap it all the way around and create like a little bow action on the side. There's a lot more you can do if you have a lot more fabric like this. So got this top here in this satin material, and this was €12.99 as well. Here is the halter wrap top on. I have wrapped it kind of double to kind of give you an extra little piece and extra coverage there, but it just wraps like that. It is a beautiful halter satin piece. You could obviously leave these long and just have it draping, but I kind of like the look of it tied up again on the side here or something like that. It also gives you just a little bit more coverage, but it does have a nice thick band to it as well, which makes it look more like a party top and not like a bikini, but side open action. Again, just like the collarbone thing, I think it's so sexy. This obviously has a lot of sexy elements to it, but I think she's ready to go out. Last but not least, I did not pick up too many accessories, but I did find a pair of silver pumps, that very classic silhouette, nothing exciting to them, but I adore a metallic bottom or shoe accessory because it goes with everything. There's literally nothing it doesn't go with. So picked up these were $22.99. I have actually worn them already, and as you can see, and they are so comfortable for a shoe like this. I'm not gonna lie, I think everybody's feet are different, but for me, Zara shoes fit so comfortably well. I don't know what it is. They are probably the most comfortable shoes I have. I have these clear ones that you've seen in my photos over and over again because they are just the most comfortable. But something like this is going to match with any outfit. Great for, again, like something if you're traveling to bring, because they go with everything and can be dressed up and dressed down. And for €22 with padding on the inside, like this sole is pretty impressive. I think it's a great deal, and they're rubber soled as well. And that is it for my little Zara sale haul. I hope you liked it. Honestly, as I mentioned, I'm not really buying things just for the sake of buying things anymore. I'm really looking at quality and how it fits into my style's wardrobe. I hope you liked the pieces I chose, but I definitely urge you to do the same. Really think about your style, things that you gravitate to, what pieces in your closet you wear over and over and over again, and start from there when you're doing any shopping, just to be a little bit more mindful and that's just kind of where I'm at. So I hope you guys liked this. Welcome to my Lisbon home. I feel like this is probably the first haul that I've done here. But I hope you had an incredible start to your 2023 new year. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a big Inspired thumbs up. If you are new to the Inspired family, of course, we would love it if you join us on this little YouTube adventure. I'm trying to plan out what I'm going to do in 2023 on the channel, but hopefully lots of exciting things. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you have an inspiring rest of your day. Remember that kindness doesn't cost a thing, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.